And it says that I have a general error, of course. Okay. Good morning. Today's presentation is going to be on feeling alive at 55, or any other age for that matter. My name is Christina Rose Campbell. I am a nationally registered certified master aromatherapist. I have a bachelor's degree in holistic nutrition. I've been involved with therapeutic grade essential oils for over 11 years, and then in integrative medicine for over 35 years. This is my passion. You're going to see and feel and hear that as I go through my presentation, and I hope that you enjoy this as much as I'm going to be as much as I enjoy sharing with you. So we're going to go ahead and get started. What do these family members have in common? Everyone from infants, mature adults to pets need good nutrition to enjoy life to the fullest. Don't we all agree with that? Absolutely. Health isn't everything, but life isn't worth much without it. I'll tell you, if you're getting it in your upper years, you're going to want the best health that you can possibly get. And I just got done with, I have a personal trainer that comes in a couple of times a week, and he's a young man, very, very healthy, and he wants to stay healthy too, you know. So even for the young people who are working out and wanting to keep their muscles in shape, good nutrition is very important. Current health of our nation. Did you know that America ranks among the top 5 nations in the world in cancer, heart disease, adult obesity, childhood obesity, diabetes, and depression? Well, it's just been noted that cancer is now the leading cause of death in the United States. It used to be heart disease. 1 out of every 3 people will have cancer sometime in their life, whether it be skin cancer or bone cancer or the myriad of cancers that are out there. And there's something to be said about the way that our culture eats and treats their body that is causing these horrible diseases. So we're going to talk a little bit about those today. Let's examine the causes of our current health condition. First of all, our animals raised with hormones make for unhealthy source of protein. We need the healthiest source of protein that we can get, and so I always recommend looking for meats that are non-steroid, non-hormone, organic if you can get it, grass-fed beef if you can get it. I know that you're going to pay a little bit more, but you know what? This economy runs on supply and demand. If you demand it, they'll supply it, and as we continually demand what's better for us and our children, we will be able to shift those prices and shift the way that our country thinks about our foodstuffs. Sugar-laden foods with empty calories and harmful chemicals create blood sugar imbalances. That's why we're having such a high incidence of diabetes. And this is type 2 diabetes. This is diabetes that is caused basically from lack of exercise and a poor diet. Fruits and vegetables are grown with pesticides and herbicides, and they decrease the food value and cause chemical sensitivities. I'm very, very well aware of that with the sensitivities that I contracted since the Gulf War syndrome thing that I had gone through. Our soil is also becoming more and more deficient in vital minerals and nutrients because we don't let it rest. You know, in the scriptures it says that we should let our land rest once in every 7 years so that it can replenish itself and revitalize with minerals and nutrients. Our foodstuffs, I remember reading a case study on spinach at one time, and spinach was at one time one of the highest foods in iron, and now they're finding just traces of iron in spinach that's being grown in California. So you can see that we're depleting our food from its minerals and nutrients. Television advertising has created a mindset that junk food is cool, and of course this really attracts our kids, and they want all that new stuff, that packaged high sugary, you know, junk food. And families with 2 parents working lack the time to prepare healthy meals. It's getting more and more difficult, so we need to shift that mindset as well. Also, think about EMF, or electromagnetic pollution, from things like microwaves, computers, and other electrical devices that have created a negative effect on our nervous system. Bluetooth sensitivity. All of this is really kind of jacking with our brains, if you will. So what are free radicals, and should I be concerned about them? I'm going to talk a little bit about free radicals and how we can actually destroy them. A free radical is an atom that is missing an electron. So here's Here's a healthy atom. Where do these free radicals come from? Normal metabolic functions. We produce free radicals every day because of stress, pollution, chlorine, X-rays, poor diet, just, the food we eat, the water we drink, and the air that we breathe. We're producing free radicals. It's part of the aging process. You can look at free radicals as something that causes our body to rust from the inside out. It causes premature aging and it causes pain. So free radicals bombard us daily. Dr. Bruce Ames of the University of California, Berkeley estimates that the DNA of each of our cells is attacked by free radicals over 10,000 times per day. So is there anything that we can do about it? I don't know. Here's some of the results of free radical. I do know. Here's some of the results of free radical attack. Here's your DNA before it's being attacked, incoming free radicals. See my little arrow there. And then after. See, it breaks or damages the DNA. And the DNA, of course, is what replicates our cells. It's part of, whatever gets replicated. If it's damaged, it'll be replicated damaged. If it's healthy, it'll be replicated healthy cells. So free radical attack plays havoc with DNA and enzymes, alters and destroys cells, causes premature aging and sickness. Free radical damage within cells has been linked to a range of disorders, including cancer, arthritis, atherosclerosis, Alzheimer's disease, and diabetes. Free radical chemistry is an important aspect of inflammation and cell suicide. Here's a really great link, and I don't think that I can get to this link from here. Maybe I can. Let's see. It's just a great little video, and if you guys can see this, if you can't, let me know, but I want you to listen to it. It's very short, and it's brain food. How do antioxidants work? And it probably has a 30-second advertisement.
If I can give her something that's good for her and lean, I'd totally make this for her. Make the switch. Look for Jenny at a store near you.
Okay, I just want you to watch this short clip. Can everybody see this?
College student, working parent, or senior citizen, no matter what your age, your brain is hungry for a healthy diet. According to the American Journal of Physiology, your brain represents just 2% of your body weight, but demands 20% of your resting metabolism. In other words, your mind's your body's biggest energy hog, and you have to feed it well if you want it to perform. The best foods for your thinker are known as antioxidants, which include vitamin C, vitamin E, and beta-carotene, a form of vitamin A. To see how antioxidants work, understand that, like the rest of your body, the brain ages over time. Free radicals, unstable atoms or molecules that occur in the body, are partly to blame. When free radicals meet with oxygen, the result is rust-like oxidative damage to the brain. The good news is that antioxidants reduce that damage, keep the brain agile, and help slow down the aging process. Blueberries, one of the most powerful antioxidants, also reduces the effects of diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Prunes, raisins, blackberries, and pomegranates are ripe with good-for-you antioxidants too. Meanwhile, spinach, Swiss chard, and arugula are vegetables with excellent antioxidant power. Plus, these leafy greens help the body produce happiness hormones like serotonin and dopamine. When consuming both fruits and veggies, remember, the darker the color, the higher the antioxidant content. Two other brain-boosting sources of antioxidants are probably already a regular part of your diet. I'm talking about
chocolate. Aside from slowing down free radical damage, these substances contain caffeine, which enhances short-term memory. Plus, dark chocolate stimulates endorphins, which help improve your mood. Just consume in moderation, however. 1 ounce of dark chocolate each day is plenty, and you should stop at just 2 cups or even 3 of java or tea. To further boost your brain power, consume a healthy portion of omega-3 fatty acids. Now, omega-3s are a primary building block of healthy brain tissue. You can find them in cold water fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, and aim for 2 to 3 4-ounce servings every week. A good brain diet is basically a healthy body diet. It's easy, natural, and tasty. So go ahead and nourish your noggin.
Okay, was everybody able to see that? Okay, great, great. And I hope that you enjoyed that little clip there. I thought it was pretty good because it's talking about green leafies and the dark fruits and vegetables. So let's see where we were here. Okay, so we have hope. Whoops. Whoops, I didn't want to go into that again. Apologize. There we go. Okay. We have hope for the 21st century and for our families in the 21st century because we're going to be introducing today NingXia Red. NingXia Red is a nutrient power infusion for the whole family. That means kids and adults alike. So how do you pronounce it? It's NingXia, NingXia Red. And NingXia is found in the China's herbal medicine valley. It's fed by pure glacial water and the proper growing conditions on the Yellow River in the Ningxia province in China. Wolfberries are the national treasure used by Olympic athletes in China. There are more centenarians, that means people who live over 100 years, in this region than anywhere else in China. So this is where the NingXia wolfberry comes from. Enjoy longevity every day with NingXia Red. Some of the benefits that you can get from using NingXia Red is increased energy and strength. It promotes vision health. It promotes heart health. It reduces pain caused by inflammation. It restores healthy sexual function, helps to stabilize blood sugar, supports weight loss and reduce cravings, strengthens muscles and bones, improves memory function. Remember the man was talking about memory. Rejuvenates the liver, kidney, and spleen, and it strengthens the immune system. This is important for this time of year, cold and flu season. NingXia Wolfberry 21st Century Powerhouse includes 17 trace elements, everything from chromium to manganese. Look at all of those trace elements. 4 major minerals, calcium, magnesium, potassium, and sodium. 6 glyconutrient essential sugars. Now these aren't sugars that can add to diabetes or add to the overproduction of insulin in the pancreas, but these are sugars that are really great for communication between cells, glyconutrient sugars. And there are 18 amino acids in NingXia wolfberry. The NingXia wolfberry, known as the most nutrient-dense food on the planet, is the main ingredient in NingXia Red, which is an antioxidant beverage or juice. Just 1 ounce of NingXia Red has the antioxidant power of 4 pounds of carrots, 2 quarts of carrot juice, 8 oranges, 1 pint of orange juice, 2 pounds of beets, 2 cups of beet juice, 3 cups of raspberries, 2 cups of blueberries, more beta-carotene than carrots. Remember he was talking about beta-carotene as being a optimal antioxidant. There's more vitamin C than oranges. There are 6 essential fatty acids. There's vitamin B1, B2, and B6, and there's vitamin E in it. And he was saying that vitamin C and vitamin E were good for the brain as well. That's an incredible list. And that's 1 ounce includes the antioxidant power of all of that, not just one of those. So let's examine the individual ingredients in NingXia Red and why we should be taking it. First of all, we talked about the Ningxia wolfberry. What we do is we take this wonderful, awesome Ningxia wolfberry, and this is what it looks like from Ningxia, China, and we puree it. We puree the skin, the seeds, the pulp, the juice, all of it. It's an overall body tonic that will nourish, strengthen, and support every system of your body. It strengthens the cardiovascular system. It's extremely high in ellagic acid, which prevents DNA mutation. And remember, we looked at that damaged DNA, and that's what free radicals cause, damaged DNA. So this prevents that from happening. It normalizes blood sugar. It normalizes blood pressure. It reduces cholesterol in the blood, and it improves the digestive tract health. It also supports eye health. That's incredible for just one little berry that God has provided on our planet. It also has blueberry juice in it. And remember that man, and I don't remember his name and I apologize, that man was mentioning that blueberries are high antioxidants. Did you know that blueberries may prevent urinary tract infections? It promotes healthy brain function. It protects the cell's DNA also. So we got the Ningxia wolfberry and we've got the blueberry that's protecting the cell's DNA. It supports thyroid function. We don't get enough of these things, folks, in our diet on a daily basis. Think about what you ate yesterday. Think about what you've already had today. It's notably high. It has notably high levels of the minerals manganese, the vitamin B6, vitamin C, vitamin K, and dietary fiber. The Ningxia Red also includes pomegranate juice. Again, a very dark colored fruit. It has 3 times the antioxidant activity of green tea. Now, I'm not a big promoter of caffeine. I think if you're going to do coffee, 1 cup is enough. If you're going to do green tea, 1 cup or 2 cups a day. But, you know, if you're drinking Ningxia Red, you're going to get the energy that you expect to get from, you know, other caffeinated beverages without the caffeine. So 2 ounces of Ningxia Red can reduce oxidized cholesterol by 40%, and we have research on that. It supports the cardiovascular system. It supports joint health. It's high in folic acid, which is iron. It's high in vitamins A, C, and E, as well as potassium and niacin, and it may ease the discomforts that go along with menopause. It may improve sexual functioning. This is all pomegranate juice, which is in the Ningxia Red. Ningxia Red also has raspberry juice. Look at those beautiful red, dark red berries. Some of the benefits of raspberry juice is it may prevent overgrowth of certain bacteria and fungi in the body. For example, yeast infections, candida. You've heard of candida albicans? This is a culprit in vaginal infections and can be a contributing cause to irritable bowel syndrome, or IBS. So if you are suffering or have or know anybody who suffers from IBS, you're going to want to look at Ningxia Red and the raspberry juice that it contains. It's an anti-cancer. It has anti-cancer activity. It's extremely high in manganese and vitamin C, and it helps prevent unwanted damage to cell membranes and other structures in the body by neutralizing those free radicals that we were talking about earlier. It also contains apricot juice, or apricot, wherever you're from, however you say it. Some of the benefits of apricot juice are it's very high in vitamin A and rutin. This strengthens the blood vessels. I have a theory about high cholesterol, and my theory basically comes from Kevin Trudeau, and also I recently heard it from an MD, Dr. Dan Purser, when I was in Indianapolis last weekend, that one of the main reasons that we have high blood cholesterol in our country today is because of weakened cardiovascular system, weakened arterial walls. And we have found that there's a direct correlation between chlorinated beverages, chlorinated water, and pitting of the arteries. When our arteries get weakened, when our capillaries and blood vessels get weakened, then your body says, ooh, we need to repair the damage. And so it begins to create more cholesterol so that the cholesterol works like patchwork material. It goes on the inside of the blood vessels, and it starts to patch those weakened areas. We're going to see a rise in blood cholesterol, and we're going to see an increase of atherosclerosis and arteriosclerosis because that cholesterol will harden into plaque on the inside of the arteries, causing a narrower passage, raising the blood pressure. So see how this is all interrelated? So the answer is not to go on a statin drug to lower the production of blood cholesterol, because we know that our brain and our heart needs cholesterol. It really, really needs it for memory, for to combat dementia and Alzheimer's, these types of things. And so we don't want to take statin drugs to lower that production of cholesterol. What we want to do is strengthen the arterial walls so that we produce the amount of cholesterol that our body needs. I hope that makes sense. It's also an excellent source of beta-carotene, which has been found useful in reducing infections. B-complex, riboflavin, and niacin, as well as vitamin C. It alkalizes the body. Now, this is very, very good for inflammation. When you have an acid body, you're going to be in a state of inflammation. And inflammation is the first step of disease. The apricot is also an excellent food for anemia because it's high in iron, and it's very great for digestion. Now, how many apricots did you eat yesterday? Well, I can tell you that I had my 2 to 3 ounces of NingXia Red today, so I got my apricots. Another thing that NingXia Red includes is lemon and orange essential oils. You know, if you're familiar with Young Living at all, you know that every single one of over 400 of Young Living's products has oils in them. The essential oils of orange and lemon are very high in D-limonene, and there have been over 50 studies which have revealed that D-limonene has the ability to stop the growth of cancer cells. So, of course, we always recommend ingesting 4 to 6 ounces for those people who are combating or fighting cancer, even if they're on chemotherapy or doing radiation treatments. Not that that's something that I recommend. It is an option. However, I would like to see people doing more alternative methods of healing and preventative methods of taking care of ourselves, so to speak, so that we don't get cancer. The lemon and orange oil also keeps the liver clean, helps to fight depression, tones the skin, and is a lymphatic detoxifier, which is very, very healing. Now, for those of you who have tasted NingXia Red, I know that most of you, I would say probably 99%, can say that they really like it. We sweeten it with pure organic juice from the agave cactus. The glycemic index is 11, which is very, very low and safe for diabetics. Blue agave, which we call it blue agave, is organic, and Young Living has it in its line of products, nutritional products, and it is really the lowest glycemic agave on the market today. I've went to the health food stores and the grocery stores that have the sections with the with agave, and the glycemic levels are very, very high, up to 25, glycemic index of 25. So you want to get the blue agave that's low in glycemic index. It's very good as a sweetener, and we use it just about every day. We don't use white sugar in our house. So NingXia Red can support all 9 systems of the body. Let's look at the endocrine system. Some of the other products that Young Living has that can support the endocrine system are sulfurzyme, multigreens, K&B, which stands for kidney and bladder, endogize, lady sclerol and sclerescence. The cardiovascular system, we have a product called Cardiacare, HRT, which stands for the heart, NingXia Red, and AromaLife, which my husband uses every morning over his heart to help lower blood pressure and strengthen the cardiovascular system. So you can use these things in combination. If you only had one thing to choose, I would probably choose drinking NingXia Red every day. But if you can bump up the healing and the health process by adding oils and other supplements, then that's even better. It strengthens the muscular and skeletal system. Some other things that Young Living provides is BLM for bones, ligaments, and muscles. Idaho balsam fir, great for after workouts. Mega Cal, which is our calcium, and also we have Super Cal. B-Fit, which is great for people who work out on a daily basis. It helps to increase muscle size, and it's very, very supporting to the muscles. And of course, NingXia Red. How about the immune system? NingXia Red is great for the immune system. So is Exodus, ImmuPro, and ImmuneTune. The skin and hair. We have the Art Skincare System. NingXia Red is great for the skin and hair. I got to give you my little recipe. Every single morning, I take about 2 to 3 ounces of NingXia Red. I put it in a 4 or 5 ounce glass, and I add 2 heaping teaspoons of sulfurzyme. You'll see sulfurzyme up here in the endocrine system. Well, sulfurzyme is also very, very good for promoting skin health. And I've had my share of skin problems since I was diagnosed with Gulf War syndrome in the 1990s. And I have had absolutely no skin problems if I continue to use my regimen of sulfurzyme and NingXia Red on a daily basis. And I can actually skip a day or two if I forget it on the weekend or whatever, get out of my habit. And I'm just so pleased with my skin right now. Some of the other products that we have for skin are Sandalwood Moisturizing Cream and Orange Blossom Facial Wash. It's good for supporting the nervous system, NingXia Red, Core Essentials, and Omega Blue. Let me talk a minute about our Omega Blues, because the little clip that we saw earlier in the presentation talked about omega fatty acids, and they are integral for our brain health. Young Living has Omega Blue, and our Omega Blue actually is enteric-coated, and what that means to you is that it doesn't open up until it gets into the small intestine. It's encapsulized so that it keeps its integrity until it gets into the small intestine, where the fatty acids, the omegas, are actually absorbed. If you're taking an omega and you're taking it orally, then 80% of it is getting destroyed in the stomach by hydrochloric acid. Plus, they've found through studies that the hydrochloric acid causes rancidity of the omegas very, very quickly. So if you're taking orally flaxseed oil or cod liver oil or fish oil of any kind, you're losing about 80%. The Omega Blues, these soft gels provide a clinically proven dose of the omega-3, the EPAs and the DHA fatty acids, blended with proprietary omega-enhanced essential oils. The essential oils that are added to Omega Blues are lemongrass, which enhances the cardiovascular protection by helping to maintain normal healthy levels of cholesterol. For those of you who have very high cholesterol, you can take lemongrass in a capsule or just take 3 Omega Blues a day. It also has myrrh in it, which is a powerful antioxidant, and this oil protects the stability of the omega-3 fatty acids and prevents unhealthy inflammation. It also has clove bud in it, so the Omega Blues also have clove bud, which is the highest antioxidant oil on the planet. It enhances the omega-3 nutritive support. It also has German chamomile, which is a blue chamomile, and that's why our omegas have the name Omega Blue. The German chamomile is anti-inflammatory that helps the body respond to inflammation challenges. So when you take 3 of these a day, the fish oil used in Omega Blue is harvested from very small fish grown in wild, pristine waters and then gently refined to ensure that it is completely free from heavy metals, PCBs, and dioxins, and yet it still maintains natural omega-3 ratios. So if you take it every day, you're getting the very best omega essential fatty acids out there, which support the brain, which is part of the nervous system. Let's look at the emotions for a minute. NingXia Red is very, very effective in supporting the emotions because it has that lemon and orange oil in it, and they are very, very good for treating depression. There's many studies been shown now that citrus oils are very effective in raising the emotions. Also, some other oils that are good for raising the emotions are Joy, Tranquil, Roll-On, the Valor Roll-On, Multigreens, and our Feelings Kit. And if you have an opportunity to listen to the brand new Enhancing Your Emotions webinar, or even just ask for the new PowerPoint presentation, we just professionally recorded that yesterday with Sound Concepts, and that'll be available just by emailing me and asking for it, or if you want to buy it in its professional cover and everything, you can go to Sound Concepts and find Enhancing Your Emotions with Therapeutic Grade Essential Oils. NingXia Red is great for digestion and metabolism. Other things that are great for digestion and metabolism are the multigreens again, Endogize, which you found in the endocrine system list, Digest and Cleanse. I know Pam really likes Digest and Cleanse. Life 5 is our probiotic, and it has to be the best probiotic that I have ever come across in life. It's got 5 different live bacteria. You're going to want to keep the probiotic Life 5 in the refrigerator so that it keeps its integrity because it is live. And it's a blend of the most resilient probiotics studied with proven ability to colonize the gut and promote immunity, infection resistance, and vitamin synthesis. It includes 2 new super strains that improve colonization up to 10 times because they have the best adhesion of any probiotic known. These are called the Lactobacillus ramesis, I think is the way you say it, or the HN001 bacteria, and the Bifidobacterium lactis. It also contains super strains of B. bidiphus, L. acidophilus, and S. thermophilus. Also, within each capsule is a special prebiotic mix developed especially for these blends, consisting of a proprietary complex of calcium, lactoferrin, and other synergistic things to provide unmatched enhancement of cultural growth and implantation inside the body. So you can take 2 to 5 capsules daily, or 1 every day before you go to bed at night, and it will reduce the problems of infection because it increases your immune system. Life 5 is really the best probiotic out there. Anybody who has been on an antibiotic needs to take a probiotic. Also, Digize is very good for people with Crohn's disease, for IBS, for irritable bowel, yeah, that's IBS, and celiac. It helps to support and strengthen the digestive tract. If you've had food poisoning, if you have any kind of stomach upset at all, Digize is a great oil. 1 drop in the palm of the hand, rub it on the belly, or 1 drop in a glass of water and just sip on that. That's very, very effective. And of course, NingXia Red will strengthen that digestive system and your metabolism. For the respiratory system, NingXia Red again, RC, which stands for respiratory congestion. That's probably a #1 oil that I would recommend during this time of season, coming into the fall and the winter, because it does support the lungs, the bronchial, breathing, all of that. Raven is in RC, and hyssop is also very supportive of the respiratory system, and so is Idaho balsam fir. So that's quite a litany of different products that Young Living has to support your body, and I'm not here to tell you you need to have all of those. Just, target one aspect of your health and start using some products that would support that, and as you heal that and get that healthier, then you can move on, to another area, but always drink your NingXia Red. It's very, very supportive to all 9 systems of the body. So, if you desire to feel great 5 years from now, start drinking NingXia Red today. And I've been drinking NingXia Red since 2005, I believe, either 2005 or 2006. I have to tell you this funny story. I think it was 2006 that I had started because, and it's really not funny because what had happened was I was doing a vendor fair in St. Louis for Earth Day. And I was out hauling boxes and putting up a Easy Up and, you know, getting my tables set up and doing this pretty much all by myself. And I felt that I strained my back. So I went, excuse me, I went home and I tried to stretch my back out, and it just didn't seem to be, you know, healing or anything. So a couple of days later, this was on April 27th, was Earth Day. And a couple of days later, I just thought, you know, my back, it just needs to have a really good stretch. So on Mother's Day, which was a few days later, I decided to weed eat 300 feet of sidewalk around our home. And, you know, I thought maybe that bending over action would help stretch that muscle because I was doing everything to stretch it and I couldn't get it stretched. Well, that was on a Sunday. Monday, I woke up and I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't get out of bed for about 3 weeks. I couldn't walk. After about 3 weeks or missing 180 hours of work, I went to crawling because I was getting pretty thirsty during the day while my husband was at work. And I could crawl to the kitchen and lift myself up by the counter and get a glass of water and then put that water in front of me and crawl to it until I got back into bed. Well, come to find out, I had a fragmented disc at S1L5. So I was in a lot of pain. I went and had an MRI. I had went to St. Louis University and had a back surgeon, look at my MRIs and give me his diagnosis. And he thought, well, you know, we could do surgery. We could rotor-root your vertebrae. That particular nerve is being, you know, that's your sciatic nerve, and that's why you're not able to walk very comfortably. I couldn't sit, couldn't do anything. And my husband had, you know, he loves me so much, and I love him very much as well, and he was concerned about all the pain that I was going through. So he found a little newspaper. Somebody was sharing a little newspaper on this juice at work, and he brought it home, and he said, I want you to try this. I want you to drink, you know, a bottle a week or something. And I said, okay. And this juice was called Zango. And you may or may not have heard of Zango. So I drank it. I drank it and drank it and drank it. I went through about 2 cases. And I was drinking a lot of it, like 6 to 8 ounces a day. And absolutely no difference in my pain level. And then somebody reminded me that we had a juice called NingXia Red. I was all into the oils with Young Living, and I really didn't get involved with NingXia Red until this particular episode in my life. I ordered some in NingXia Red, started to drink it, and I'll tell you, the anti-inflammatory properties of NingXia Red were noteworthy. Totally, I could tell a difference. And between that and finding a good chiropractor that did applied kinesiology and doing my oils, my anti-inflammatory oils on my back, it took a while, but within 18 months I was totally healed. I can do any exercise now with my back. I have no issues with my back. My body, as everybody else's body, has the ability to encapsulate fragments and actually dissolve them. Your body has the ability to heal itself. We just need to give our bodies those things that will help facilitate that healing. So anyway, that was a long story, but I just feel it very noteworthy because of the fact that I had such incredible results from starting to drink NingXia Red. So here's the recommended usage, or the daily dose, if you will. Depending on your health goals, if you're really, really healthy and you're exercising every day and you're eating a lot of green leafies and, you know, eat really well, then 1 ounce a day. But if you have specific health goals, I'm going to recommend that you start drinking 2 to 6 ounces a day, and you're going to see a phenomenal difference. Especially, I highly recommend NingXia Red for those people suffering from autoimmune deficiency disorders. People who have been told that they have an overactive immune system. This is something that I would start drinking on a daily basis. Of course, if you're having cancer or you're having treatments like chemotherapy, if you have any of the system problems that we were talking about earlier, 2 to 6 ounces a day is a great way to start. NingXia Red is especially good if we chill it. A 32-ounce bottle, and that's what you're seeing here, lasts up to 30 days in the refrigerator. So if you're drinking an ounce a day, then a bottle will last you a month. If you're drinking 2 ounces a day, then you're going to want to get 2 bottles a month. So here's a story of a woman that I know. She's out of Michigan. Her name is Sharon Hudson, and this is her testimonial. Here's her on the left in March of 2007 at 315 pounds. In 2005, my future looked very bleak. I weighed 315 pounds and a major stroke left me with paralysis on my face, extreme weakness, impaired night vision, brain fog, and depression. In February of 2007, I was introduced to Young Living Essential Oils and NingXia Red. Within 7 months, my stroke symptoms have completely disappeared. I have lost 108 pounds, my energy level is soaring, and my depression is gone. NingXia Red is the foundation for my health program. Now, I know Shannon personally, and she uses oils as well. She says, this power infusion drink has completely changed my life, and I can attest to that. She is one happy, exuberant woman. Energy up out the top of her head. She's phenomenal. The added blessing is that now she's earning a $2,000 monthly bonus with her Young Living, and it keeps growing every month. Well, she has actually grown since 2007, and that was 3 years ago. She is now a platinum in the country, in the company, excuse me, and her business is probably paying her somewhere around $10,000 to $12,000 a month. This has really changed her life. I mean, it's just incredible. This was on the right. Then you see her picture after losing 108 pounds. She's there at 210. Well, that would be 105 pounds, wouldn't it? But that's Shannon Hudson. Here's another great story from a woman that I know, Candace Hoke. In 1993, she was struck by 2 25-pound pallets falling from shelves in a large national chain store. I'll tell you that store was Walmart. The severe injuries to my head, neck, back, and body caused years of unbearable pain. Remember, that was in 1993. Well, in 2006, she was introduced to Young Living and NingXia Red. After just 30 days on NingXia Red, I noticed the strength returning to my body. My emotions began to improve, so I increased my intake to 6 to 8 ounces daily, and people began asking what had happened to me because the improvement was so dramatic. Before my accident, I had achieved several World Cup titles in equestrian jumping competitions. I am now blessed to be riding again. Every day, my heart is filled with gratitude to God for leading me to Young Living. And she has had incredible healing over the years. She was on the cruise with me this last May, and she's just got an incredible testimonial. And here's Terry Seacrest. She says, I feel alive at 55, and of course we put this presentation together a year ago, so do the math. This year on my 55th birthday, I realized that I feel better today than I did at age 25. And you know, many of us can say that. Many of us can say that. A couple of years ago, I noticed a few strands of gray hair, so I increased my NingXia Red intake from 2 ounces a day to 4 ounces a day, and all that gray went away. I have never colored my hair to this day. With NingXia Red, I truly enjoy longevity and vitality every day, and I can tell you that testimonial is mine as well. I do not have gray hair, and I am, okay, I'll tell you, I'm 57, and I do highlight my hair, but I haven't for a while, and so you can see a good 3 inches of growth, and it's my natural hair color, so I still have color, and I attribute it to the NingXia Red and the Young Living products. Terry says, my family and I are so grateful to Carrie Young for this life-giving product. Well, this sounds so good, I want to bathe in it. And there's her bottle of NingXia Red right on the bathtub. That was superimposed, by the way. So how do I get my NingXia Red? If you have never used NingXia Red before, you've never been approached by anyone before to drink NingXia Red or try NingXia Red, either in a packet or in the 32-ounce box, let me tell you how you can afford NingXia Red. Let's just take a look at what you might already be spending your money on, because people are like, oh, well, it's just one more thing that I have to buy. Well, are you already buying high glycemic juices? How about soda pop? Is there any in your refrigerator right now? Designer coffees. I always say $4 for Starbucks. I mean, $4 a day. Come on, folks, that's $20 a month. I mean, a week, excuse me. Yeah, 4 times 5 is 20, and then multiply that by 4, that's $80 a month in just designer coffees if you're getting the Starbucks every day before or after work, or probably before work. Expensive snacks, snack foods, devoid of nutrition. Oh yeah, we can spend a lot of money on that stuff, I know. How about chemically laden foods? Look at your packaging. Make sure that you're not wasting your money on stuff that is not life-giving but life-destroying. High-fat foods, sugary desserts that we really don't need, alcohol, antacids. Maybe you're having some digestive disorders and you're having to buy antacids and laxatives. Well, if you're taking your NingXia Red, you won't have to buy those. So that's money saved that you can put toward your NingXia Red on a monthly basis. How about stress-relieving drugs and anti-inflammatory drugs? I had another testimonial I have to share with you. I have a guy out of Virginia. His name is Brad Steffi, and he is a trainer, a government contractor friend of ours, and he had been taking ibuprofen on a daily basis. He suffers from rheumatoid arthritis, and he's my age, so, or around my husband and I's age, so it's sad to see him in so much pain. And he calls ibuprofen Ranger candy, and he'd been taking it daily, and not maybe just once a day, but sometimes, throughout the day for the pain. Well, I finally was able to get him to try NingXia Red to drink daily, and I told him to start out with a couple of ounces a day. And I also had him use Panaway and Copaiba on the really, really sore joints of his hands and anywhere else that he might have pain. Well, I'll tell you, within a week or two, he sent me an email and said, this stuff is incredible. I haven't had one Ranger candy since I started. He has not been on any anti-inflammatory drugs, and now he's wanting to tell, other guys that he works with, that he works around about this because it's worked so well for him. There are testimonials after testimonials about the anti-inflammatory properties of NingXia Red. And if you want to do a research on some testimonials, you can always go out to oil. This is a website, www.oil-testimonials.com, and look up NingXia Red and all the things. You can do a search and all the things that NingXia Red has helped people with. So that's one way to learn more about what it's done for other people. So here's how you can get started with NingXia Red if you're not already a wholesale buyer. If you've never ordered from Young Living before, never gotten your wholesale membership, you can get this exquisite collection, which includes 4 liters of NingXia Red, 10 bonus travel packs. And I'll tell you, these bonus travel packs are great in the summertime to put in the freezer and have my grandkids can cut the top off and they've got a NingXia Red pop. Just to carry in your pocketbook when you need a little burst of energy, you take your NingXia Red, especially if you're traveling. The bonus travel packs are wonderful. You get a bonus bottle of lavender, a bonus bottle of peppermint. You get a 50% off coupon for any diffuser, and if you continue to come on my Thursday webinars, you'll learn how you can use that wonderful diffuser with the oils in your home. And you'll save 24% on all future Young Living products. So the wholesale price of this entire collection is $185, which gives you an immediate retail savings of $81.98. If you want to order that, you can go on and youngliving.com. You can put in the item number 3696, and the person who sent you to this webinar, their sponsor and enroller ID, or if you have any questions, just email me and I'll help you with that. So that would give you wholesale buying privileges. You can even enjoy more savings and receive free products as you make NingXia Red a way of life. If you start getting NingXia Red, or when you start getting NingXia Red on a monthly basis, because your 4 bottles, eventually you're going to drink them up, especially if you're doing 2 to 4 ounces a day to start out with, you're going to want to go on the Essential Rewards. Essential Rewards is a program that offers you the convenience of getting your NingXia Red shipped directly to you every month. Now I know that we do this with wine. So I get my NingXia Red just like I do my wine bottles every month, and comes directly to your door, and every time I order my NingXia Red I earn 10%, 15%, or even up to 20% in free product on each shipment. You can enjoy reduced shipping. You get discounted pricing on exclusive product packages, and if you order the 4-pack on your Essential Rewards, you're going to get 10 free packs of the NingXia Red in this shipment. You cannot buy that separately outside of the Essential Rewards program. You get, and you never run out of products. Obviously, you'll get it every month. And you can change that up every single month. That's the beauty of the Essential Rewards program, is you don't have to get the same thing every single month. Maybe you want to try a new oil. Maybe you want to try the personal care products, some shampoo or whatever. Add that to your Essential Rewards and receive your 10, 15, or even 20% in free product money that goes in a little piggy bank for you to spend anytime that you're ready after the 2nd month of being on the Essential Rewards. So the NingXia Red Essential Rewards collection will only be $150, which is a retail savings of $76.63. So I want to welcome you to the wonderful world of NingXia Red. You've learned a lot this morning, and I'm going to actually open it up for any questions that you might have. So I'm going to unmute everybody. So you can mute your dogs now and see if there's any questions. If you cannot ask questions because of your mic and speakers, you can type in a question. We have about 6 minutes left.
I have a question, Christina.
Yes,
This is
Catherine. Yes, honey.
Probably in the last 8 months, I would say my vision has been really, really going bonkers. And I'm finding it, I'm 48, so I'm finding it incredibly difficult to read almost anything that's small type. And I was wondering, because I've read a lot about the NingXia Red, are people seeing positive results, like life-changing results, by drinking the NingXia Red with their eyesight?
Well, NingXia Red has been touted to reverse macular degeneration, which is a problem of the eye that causes blurriness from the inside of the eye. So when you're looking at something, it's blurry in the center, but you can see it clearly on the outside. There have been other stories about increased vision, having to change glasses, the prescription for their glasses because their eyesight has been improved. Some other things that you may want to add to your little regiment, Catherine, is you might want to put some lavender, frankincense. I think in the other oil might be cypress. I see Susan Walker's on the line too. Susan, if you have anything to add to this, I would invite you to let us hear what you have to say too. But you can put that around the eye area, not directly in the eye, obviously, and see if that doesn't help oxygenating those little bitty, vascular vessels in the eye to help with improvement.
Okay, and you're saying that cypress is the one you think is the third one?
I think that's the third oil for improving eyesight. Lavender. Oh, juniper is another one. I remember, I think it was Dr. Terry Friedman had use juniper, frankincense, and lavender. But cypress also increases circulation, so I think cypress is a good one. But remember too, Catherine, to use the oils that you have. You know, if you have frankincense and lavender, just start out with that. And if you need to dilute it, you can dilute it in with your Art Skincare, or you can add a little bit of V6 because the tissue around the eye area can be very sensitive. It's thinner than, you know, say on your chin. But anybody else have any more comments on that?
I had a comment. This is Jill.
Yes, Jill.
Hi. I had gone on the oil testimonial site before. I'm a distributor, if that was the right name is, for Young Living. And I think Wolfray eye cream was another thing that one of the oil testimonials might have said, and it wasn't necessarily for the close vision, I don't think, but it might have been because I was trying it for a while. I have I have to put reading glasses on. I'm 55 years old, and I too was hoping that you know, I'm sitting here waiting and thinking, is there any cure for this? But I know that Wolfray eye cream was something that someone had mentioned on the oil testimonial site, and I would prefer her to look on there and see if maybe there's some more. I like live on that site. I don't think there's a day that goes by that I'm not looking at something.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have another question. I don't know if you've ever heard of anything that would help rosacea.
Oh, yes. Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Absolutely. That's
Okay,
part of the, yeah, Jill, that's part of the problem that I have had to fight for the last, I guess, 10 or 11 years when I was diagnosed with Gulf War syndrome. They call my rosacea atypical rosacea. But what has really, really worked for me is that little recipe that I mentioned earlier for my skin. It's the 2 to 3 ounces of NingXia Red a day with, I put 2 heaping teaspoons. Now that may be a little bit much for someone to start with. Maybe a heaping teaspoon of the sulfurzyme. I don't like the capsules because I want it to start getting absorbed into the buccal cavity of my mouth. And so I swish it around in my mouth and I swallow it. And I have not had any skin issues whatsoever. I am so pleased with my skin right now. It is the best thing that I've ever done for my skin. I can't be enthusiastic enough about it. So Jill, if you are a wholesale distributor, on your very next Essential Rewards order, get the sulfurzyme powder and your NingXia Red and start using it on a daily basis, and I think that you will have incredible results within a week.
Oh, thank you. I have both of those sitting here, and I'm like one of those lazy people that looks at it on the shelf and goes, oh, yeah, I'll have to use that sometime.
Well, I'll tell you, when you see the results, you won't want to stop using it. It is part of my habit every day. I look forward to going in there and getting my NingXia Red and getting my sulfurzyme because it's been so incredible. It's the same thing with people that suffer with pain. If they know that their Omega Blues and their NingXia Red and Panaway or Copaiba or whatever they're using is going to help them with their pain, they're going to use it every day. And then they're going to find that, you know, they can go a couple of days. And I know that my DNA is healing. I know that it's healing because I can go a couple of days now, like on a weekend if I am away for the weekend, and I'm still good. I'm still good. Okay, is there anything else? Because we're getting to about the top of the hour. And I do hear somebody typing, so I don't know if you're typing me a question or... But anyway, I just want to thank everyone for coming on the call today, and I'm hoping that you all got some great information. And if you want a copy of this recording, just email me or Pam Hyen, and we'll make sure that you get a copy. It'll also be posted on OV if any of you are on OV, which is a spiritual site that Pamela Hyen is the administrator for. Also, I want to just thank Susan Walker for joining us. It's a pleasure to see her on, and obviously, Susan, you aren't able to speak. I guess not. So I'm just going to